in the expression for time period, which is t is equals to 2 pi under root L over g. If g is constant, means acceleration due to gravity is constant in the expression, then the time period is directly proportional to square root of L. Okay, it is written here. So it means that if the square root of effective length of the simple pendulum increases, the time period also increases linearly. Okay, squaring on both sides, you get t square is directly proportional to L, and if you plot a graph for both the relation, it would be a straight line. Okay, as shown in the diagram. This is the graph between time period and square root of length, and this is the graph for time period square and the length. Both are a straight growing graph because both the relations are direct relations. Okay, and from the direct relation we can also write t1 upon t2 is equals to square root of L1 upon L2, where t1 and t2 and L1 L2 are the time periods and effective lengths of two pendulums, pendulum 1 and pendulum 2. Okay, if in the expression the effective length is constant, when the effective length is constant, then the time period is inversely proportional to square root of g. Okay, here the time period is inversely proportional to square root of g. It means if square root of g increases, the time period decreases. If square root of g decreases, time period increases. Squaring on both sides, we can also write t square is inversely proportional to g. So for these two relations we can plot graph. Okay, so the first graph is between time period and square root of g, and the second graph is for time period square and g, and both are straight decaying graph because both quantities are inversely proportional to each other. Okay, and from the inverse relation we can also write t1 upon t2 is equals to square root of g2 upon g1, where t1 t2 are the time periods for two pendulums, and g2 and g1 are the acceleration due to gravity of two planets, planet 1 and planet 2.